play through Final Fantasy 15. Whoa! Okay. Finally back at it. Hope everybody had a good day yesterday, a good turkey day yesterday. I had a pretty good day. Got to chill with my family, do a little bit of cooking. Ate, of course, you know, a lot. Didn't eat nearly as much as I usually do, but that first plate had me full, so yeah. But definitely have a lot of leftovers, and of course, you know, you have to bring home a to-go plate. So probably be destroying that plate for breakfast here after the stream. Oh man, but I hope everybody else had a pretty good day, and all that good stuff. Hope everybody's nice and full. Ah, man. Okay, so last we left off with this, I just got finished taking down one of the level 99 creatures. It wasn't really a hunt, it was just part of a side quest and everything, but I didn't know that it was actually, I'm about to get that Mac and agree and the ham, Mac and agree. And the ham leftovers, yeah, I'm assuming you meant mac and cheese. I'm gonna get that mac and agree. But yeah, last time we left off, I ended up, like I said, taking out a level 99 creature for a hunt. And I didn't know, to be honest, that it was trophy worthy. Before playing this, I had already platinumed the entire game and everything, and I hadn't played it since it came out with its new trophies for episode Gladio, Ignis, and Prompto. So since I hadn't, you know, played it since then, it actually had more trophies added to it, which brought my 100% down to like 73%. So I probably will get those at some point in time. I just don't know when
girl
exactly.
could really use a car wash.
But yeah, like I ended up getting that trophy, which I was very surprised about, but also at the same time very happy to. So yeah, I know they have. Since of course Nier was developed by Square Enix, their songs are in here.
Prince of Pain.
Yep. Immaculate. We're on the same page.
Stop being a baby.
Nothing to it.
Nothing to it but to do it. That song was from Nier. Yeah, like I said, all of the if you can get the Nier soundtrack, you see it right here.
Overhead.
Yeah, as you can see right here, you look at the bottom screen, Nier Automata. You get the you can get the soundtrack in this game to be able to play most of the songs from Nier. Never had the enjoyment of playing the game myself, but according to Double D, he said it's a really good and emotional game and everything, so I'll definitely have to check it out. It wasn't one I was scrambling to the to GameStop or to the store to get, but of course my brother always does that, where he'll play a game and just praise it up and down and pretty much force my hand to buy it. It was the same thing that he did with Persona 5, where it was just like, oh, dude, this is the best game ever. You have to buy it. And I was like, oh, dude, I got like 11 games that I have to buy or that I have to play. I don't think I want to, you know, add this to my repertoire, but, you know, it is what it is. I'll let you borrow it when I come for Christmas. You should play it. Yeah, I haven't heard much about it, to be honest. And that is the, I mean, I have been doing my best to avoid it, so I guess that, you know, I guess that has a lot to do with it. But I just, you know, Persona 5, for me and everything, like I said, was like, even if you tried to avoid it, people were talking about it all over the place. Like, you couldn't like not hear about it and everything. I know it was some double negatives, but it's like it was impossible to not hear about it and everything. Everyone was talking about Persona 5. Nier Automata, like I don't hear people. I mean, although like I won't go on YouTube and just type in Nier Automata and be like, oh, you know, whatever. But even with Persona 5, and I wasn't doing that, it was impossible for me to go onto YouTube without seeing somebody doing a playthrough of it or talking about it or praising it in some way, form, or fashion. With Nier Automata, I never hear anybody talk about it. And I don't know if it's because it's one of those rare gems that, you know, people won't give a chance, but if you do, it turns out that you really love it. But, you know, I don't know, you know. I don't know. Let's talked about compared to P5 because Persona 5 is more popular in the West. Nier isn't as popular as a series. Well, that actually makes a lot of sense and everything. I know a game in comparison with its competitor, if you're going off of popularity based off of past success, then yeah, like obviously people would go. And I mean, if you're looking at an indie company that just came out of the, you know, just came out with the game and everything, and even if that game is great, clean, and polished, if you put it against a game that literally already has, you know, a foothold in the gaming community, like Ubisoft or Square Enix or something like that, 9 times out of 10 people are probably going to be talking about that game versus, well, anything else. So yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Let's go.
What up, Birdie? I do like this song, though. I'm not gonna lie. I do like this song. I was listening to the soundtrack. I was actually I was playing the game a little bit before I started streaming. That's what led me to actually doing this or playing this song because I was listening to it. Yeah, I do like the song.
I'll say I'm amazed. What can I say? Game's up.
Yeah, it's fun.
Outstanding.
Yeah, from the little bit that I did see, it did kind of remind me of Bayonetta's gameplay a little bit and everything. But I mean, well, pretty much anything within that category of hack and slash, like Kingdom Hearts or God of War or something like that. So,
Holding up okay.
yeah, what's going on, Rock Man? Nice to see you joining the stream, buddy.
Good to go.
Always a pleasure to have you here. Alright, I came for what I wanted. That's exactly what I want. I had a quest up here that literally... Can you T? I don't know what that means. Let's see. Why am I doing that? Yeah, I know why. There we go. I had a quest up here, my quest log that I've had for like the longest. Had no idea that it was up there. I was going through my quest this morning, just looking to see what I had left, and I was like, "Oh wow!" Time for me to go ahead and turn that in. So, yeah. It won't take you too long to beat either if you don't 100%. If you just do story for all endings, you could beat it in a couple of days. That's the case with most games nowadays. I mean, the side quests are like the meat and potatoes of the entire game, you know, versus the main story, which, you know, can be either lackluster or phenomenal depending on, you know, who the writing team is. But if you play through a game, you probably could beat it. Like with Final Fantasy 15, with this game right here, you can beat this game you can actually beat this game in a day, really. If I'm being honest, you can beat this. If you didn't do no side quests, no hunts, and just went straight from beginning to end, you can beat this game in a day. And I know a lot of people was asking me before, do you have to be at a certain level to be able to beat Arden at the end? No, you don't. Literally, you become overpowered once you go to fight Arden. It would make some fights a little bit more difficult, especially when you're going up against those. Like, you have the Bahamut that's in the Crown City that you have to fight before you get into the Citadel, and of course Ifrit and everything. Those fights can be tedious. If you make a couple of mistakes, sure, you could die. But I would say if you just played straight and only did the quest you needed to do in order to progress through the story, by the time you got to the end, you would probably be at a reasonable level to be able to do what you needed to do. It'll make your time easier if you do some side quests, sure. Especially gaining levels and learning new recipes and all that good stuff, especially getting better weapons and whatnot. But as far as just like the difficulty of it, once you get to Arden, you become extremely overpowered to the point where you really don't have to worry about pretty much anything, to be honest. So yeah, if you played this from beginning to end, you're not gonna have a hard time beating the boss. So, quest, stop it.
I got the thing you wanted. Here. Oh, you remembered. Great. Now we'll be able to ramp up our production. Thanks heaps. Hope we can rely on you again.
Yeah, basically all I say is it's Breath of the Wild mixed with Bayonetta gameplay-wise. Story just don't have a good comparison, but it is one of those. Gotcha. I gotcha.
Best sleep in ages.
He's got another quest for me.
Oh, hey, it's you. Hey,
What's up?
got another favor to ask whenever you can manage. Thanks
All
in
right.
advance.
Can you believe this crowd? I mean, it's like this all the way to the market.
Games where your first playthrough leaves you questioning. Yeah, and to be honest, I like those games. Other people say it's a cheap way of a game having replayability and everything, so they kind of leave everything very enigmatic. So that way, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, you know, what does that mean? What are we gonna do? Like, you know, and to me, it's like, not really. Like, I remember the first time I ever heard about that complaint was with Sonic Adventure 2. And of course, as everybody knows, you have to beat through Hero Story and Dark Story and everything in order to be able to get the actual ending, which is the, you know, final story, a true ending, or whatever you want to call it. And a lot of people was just like, oh man, I wish they would have put it all in like one, you know, whatever. And I'm like, not really. I mean, I like that. Like, you beat through the, I mean, who would want it? Because they was like, they wish they wouldn't have split the two stories and left it like, you know, what it was, which was, of course,
Everything in order?
Yep.
All right.
Sonic and Company mixing with Shadow and Company, you know, all that good stuff. Like, you would play through Sonic and Company story, and then like immediately after that, you would play through, you know, Shadow and them story. But like you when you complete Hero Side, the credits roll and everything like it's the end of the game. So a lot of people was just like, oh, well, that's messed up. I wanted to know what happened. So then they went through and they played through Hero Side story, and then, you know, the credits roll and they'd be like, oh, what happened? You know, I still want to know what happened. And then all of a sudden, if you go back into it, all of a sudden you see this third option pops up right between Hero and Dark. And then you come to find out that, oh, you needed to complete both in order to be able to unlock this to get the true ending, the actual ending, and all that stuff, which basically, you know, was the like I said, the culminate of both sides working together in order to complete a common goal. And it was great and everything, so I personally loved it. But it created that replayability as far as just like going back and everything. just to get that actual ending. Now, for me, I didn't say that it was. I wouldn't consider it to be actual replayability because it's not like it encouraged you to go back and play Hero Side again. You know, it just encouraged you to basically go over to Dark Side, complete that in order to unlock the true ending. A lot of people thought that was a cheap gimmick to basically make people complete their game. They figured that they could have released it in one long story versus releasing it in two. Like I said, for me, I never had a problem with that. Those games that literally have you go back and play the story again just to get, certain elements and everything. Like, for instance, Double D, and this is great for you, you're playing, right now you're playing, kind of juggling and everything, playing Type 0. I love Type 0 because, and I know this is, not giving you any hints or giveaways because I know you haven't beat the game yet. But basically, once you get to the end of the game, you have two options. And you can choose, depending on what you choose, will depict what kind of ending that you get and everything. Now, there's a good ending, and then there's a bad ending. So depending on which, like I said, depending on which one you choose, will depict which ending that you get. Now, having said that, you also get, and I have to let you know this, Double D, because no matter what you do, no matter how great you are at the game, no matter what level you are, no matter how bad you beat the boss, no matter what option you choose, there's also a option for a third ending as well. But the third ending can't be seen unless you go to the library after you beat the game once. You cannot see it any other way. It's a great ending. I encourage you to definitely show it in your gameplay to let everybody, because not a lot of people know about it. They'll beat the game and they'll get either one ending or the other. They will go through and play it again so they can get the better ending, or they will go through and load up their save file before that and everything to be able to get the actual right, because like I said, you have to make a choice, and depending on what your choice is will depict basically, what happens or whatever stuff. But anyway, like I said, there is a third ending. It's hidden and everything, and you do not know about it. The game will not let you know about it. It won't say anything. You can literally continue playing this game, and you wouldn't know nothing about it at all, period. So like I said, if you do beat the game, and you load up, the game again and everything from the beginning, go to the library. There is this place in the library where you can access, like, looking at, like, I guess, I don't know what it is. It's like, not videos, but, they're like certain things that you can archives or whatever and everything. Well, I guess you can. Yeah, basically you can look at all the cutscenes from the game and everything. So you can go through and look at all the movies, scenes, all the cutscenes and everything, and you can only access this, I believe it's the library. But basically what happens is there is, like, I think towards the bottom of the entire list and everything, when do you go to the library after you beat the game? Whenever the library becomes accessible. It doesn't matter. Whenever the library becomes accessible, you go to the library, and there is you look at all the files that where, like I said, you can look at all the cutscenes or whatever. And what happens is, like I said, you'll see this one at the bottom, and I can't remember what the title of it's called. Crap, I can't remember. You'll know what it is when you see it, because literally it has nothing to do with the rest of the story as far as like the title or whatever, and it's brand new, so you'll know. Like, it'll have like a little icon next to it to let you know that it's new. So you just click on that, and that'll show the third ending, which is, in my opinion, literally the best one. This is the one that leads a lot of people, a lot of fans, into believing that there's going to be a sequel or a direct sequel to Type 0. If you don't see this ending, or if you haven't seen this ending, I would suggest, if you have the game, or if you don't have the game but you want to play it and everything, definitely go and seek out this ending, because, like I said, in my opinion, well, I take that back. The true ending, in my opinion, is the best ending. Very emotional, very awesome, very well done. The follow-up to, like I said, the other ending that you can get, the secret ending that you can get at the library, that is my very close to second favorite. I say very close because, like I said, you'll have to see it to judge it for yourself.
You're being helpful for a
But I
change.
really did enjoy both of them and everything. But anyway, Type Zero, what happens is, and like I said, again, this is Double D, this is what I was starting off actually trying to tell you. When you beat the game the first time around, if you go and play it again, new missions will be available. So like if you were going to infiltrate a city, usually you just infiltrate it. There was no strategy to it, you just boom. If you go to play it again, they actually give you a second option as to what it is that how you want to infiltrate the city. So originally you go, you say, all right, infiltration has begun. All you got to do is go up to the city, click on it, boom, you're in with your party and everything's cool. This time, however, you're able to choose how to infiltrate it. You can infiltrate it, meaning that you can take the back entrance and everything to infiltrate it. Or you can just go through the front or whatever the case may be. But they actually give you different, you know, ways that you can infiltrate the city versus just going straight in with your mouth wide open like everything is cool. So, yeah, if you guys are, you know, interested in that, think it's pretty awesome,
Oh,
then
hey,
hey,
it's you. Hey, got another
go
favor
for
to
it and
ask
everything.
whenever
Like I
you
said,
can
Double
manage.
D,
Thanks in advance.
that would prevent, or not prevent, but present some replayability for you because, like I said, I've played and beat that game
I'm gonna climb it.
5 times. I played and beat Type Zero 5. I love Type Zero. A lot of people, I've told people this in my gameplays before. That's right up there in my top 3 favorite Final Fantasies, and I say that putting it up against 15 and 7. And that's a big deal for me. Like, that's sacred land for me. So if I can put Type Zero up there, it really means something. Because Type Zero, although it has a very unique and different gameplay, a lot of people find it to be a little bit weird, a little bit out there, all that. For me, I found it to be a breath of fresh air because it allowed me to escape the monotony of what's expected in a Final Fantasy game. And it, like I said, it was just different because of that. The story was just so good. And when you finally start to learn things as the story progresses, and you're like, really? Man, like, they lay down some stuff on you that you're just like, wait, what? Wow, it's so great though. I mean, it's not something that's convoluted or it's going to confuse you or make you have to go back and like, oh my God, you know, hold on. It's just one of those where it's a reveal that is so great, it just makes you want to continue on to find out what else is going on behind the scenes. Who else is going to be doing this? What else is going to be happening? Like, all kinds of stuff. So I really did enjoy it. And like I said, once you find out what really is going on, I mean, when you reach that ending and you get that true explanation as to what's been going on, oh my gosh, like, it just becomes, it's so great. I love this story so much, I do. Alright. Completing these quests with this guy here, I honestly, like I said, I forgot that I even started these quests. And that's the bad part about it. You can take on so many quests, and sometimes you're gonna have to, because you'll get distracted. Like, you'll take on a quest, and then, like, you'll be on your way to, like, you know, that said quest, and then, sorry, getting done. Getting some of those. Yeah, oh yeah, I understand. I definitely understand. Like I said, as soon as I finish this gameplay, I'm definitely going to be running in that kitchen and warming up my leftovers. So You do not have to apologize, little bro. But yeah, just I kind of swore I had more bases to take down, but I guess not. Like, that's weird to me. I thought I had more. I could have swore I only did. I know I have more now that I think about it, because there's one where you literally have to take down a slew of people. It's so annoying when you type some and you watch it change to done. Yeah, there's been a few times in which I'll be texting and my phone for some reason just assumes that I don't know what I'm talking about. Therefore, it's going to correct me. And I'm like, no, I know what I wanted to say. Thank you very much for assuming that you knew better than me, but it's so annoying. Like, yeah, I know I have other bases to take down. I'm gonna have to look at that real quick just to research where in the world these bases are. I mean, I felt like I passed them up. I don't know how, but I know there's one in which I had to take down like a slew of them, and this like extremely hard general and all that. I mean, it was crazy. But for some reason, I think on this playthrough, I think I've only done 2 bases, and that was literally... No. Well, I guess. One of them was with the storyline, the other one was like a side quest. I highly doubt all the ham is gone. You might want to double check that, dude. Because I know I took the ham off the table last night, put it on the counter, and it was literally only... I mean, there was like only a chunk of it missing. So, check again there, little bro. I love this song. I don't know why, but I really do.
Old girl could really use a car wash.
And then best stop at the nearest petrol station.
Imperials above us!
Thanks. I'm going all out.
Just don't get too far away.
You want to talk. Here we are. Nothing to it.
It's like I'm way overpowered for this quest. Like, if I would have been doing this quest when I first undertook it, it probably would have presented a little bit of a challenge. Especially against those hexacorns, but since I'm like at level 80 something, extremely overpowered. I don't know why it gives me such a great satisfaction when it comes to that, to be honest.
It's close.
I gotta look for that red light in the sky, because that's how you know a base is active. They have the, I can't remember what it's called right now, but we'll just say, for lack of better terms, the red light machine. That's how you know the base is active, is because the red light machine is boosting all of their Magitech properties or whatnot and everything. Let's see here.
Everything in order.
Yep.
But I honestly, I mean, unless I have to do some more research on it, because I really wouldn't mind doing those bases. I feel like you had to have done those bases in order to be able to have triggered getting the flying regalia. So maybe I did it and really didn't realize that I did it, or I don't know. Like, this isn't a new game plus, so I didn't carry over any data from old games. I was actually really surprised when I got the flying regalia, because it does take you taking down all those bases in order to get it, and I only remember taking down 2 bases, so I don't know, maybe I have no idea. I don't even have an explanation for it, to be honest. I'm just yeah, I have no idea, to be honest. Did you find the ham, Double D? Or did you commit suicide? Because all I saw was all the ham. How was all the ham gone? And then you just disappeared. So it's like either you found out that all the ham was gone and you are at the middle of jumping off a cliff, or I don't know what's going on right now. Not seeing any red lights. I chose to drive versus fast travel just to see if I could see those red lights. Because like I said, it's easier to spot at night versus during the day. I mean, you can tell you're entering it because like your screen gets hazy. Found some, but not that much. LOL. Rest might be lost in the fridge, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I didn't put the food away. I literally just carried it from the dining room to the, from the dining room to the kitchen, and made myself a to-go plate and then bounced. So yeah, who knows? My music off. Thank you. I wish it would just automatically play. I hate that you have to manually do it. I'm like, I turned it on when I got in the car, keep it on.
Easier to sleep with civilization nearby.
Nothing wrong with the outdoors, but there's definitely safety in numbers.
I think my question now, going forward with Final Fantasy's lore, is if there's always a certain Final Fantasy title within the franchise that sets the standard for any future titles coming out. And of course, they always try to capitalize on that by making their games better or around the same, using the same formula with very slight, subtle, differences and everything. within each game, knowing that its predecessor was setting the standard for, you know, certain things or whatever. I wonder if now 15 becomes a standard, and by that I mean,
Stuff. Thanks.
is it going to be like if Final Fantasy 16 comes out or whatever? When Final Fantasy 16 drops, is it going to play along the same lines as 15? Meaning, like, are we going to start seeing people in, you know, driving cars? Are we going to see actual shops that you can walk into now? Like, this is it was a very dynamic approach when it came to Final Fantasy and its games or whatever.
Take a look at our wares.
See if they have anything. I doubt it. I have all the ultimate weapons, so. Yep, didn't. Okay.
Hey, come
all right,
again.
just checking. Okay, but yeah, I wonder if it's going to set the standard to where, like I said, the future Final Fantasies are going to have those kind of innovations incorporated into the gameplay. Like I said, like for instance, you know, driving around in a car as opposed to walking around on foot, or, you know, riding around in the airship, and of course, obviously, interactive, you know, shops, NPCs, stuff like that, or whatever, that they really didn't have in other ones. I mean, you had the NPCs that you could kind of interact with and everything to a certain level. I wouldn't mind it if they keep it modern, but I would like a return to more.
The women here.
I'm assuming you meant, oh yeah, medieval fantasy after modern 13 and 15. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. The medieval, you know, theme kind of has its charm. That's one of the reasons why I loved Final Fantasy 12 so much, was because of it had a direct medieval feel to it. You know, like the other ones, it had a fantasy type medieval feel to it, whereas 15 had more emphasis on its medieval. I mean, you had these people walking around in suits of armor. You had kingdoms, you had kings and queens, all the good stuff and everything. And not to say that other Final Fantasies haven't had kings and queens and, you know, stuff like that or whatever. But it just seemed like it was highly emphasized in what am I doing? Oh, that's where I was supposed to go in the marketplace. It seemed like it was highly emphasized in 12 and everything. And I really did like that. I enjoyed that because I do love that time period, you know what I'm saying? So to incorporate it into a game like that and everything was actually pretty cool, especially Final Fantasy. But I guess when it comes down to it, to be honest and everything, I really do like the modern feel and everything of Final Fantasy 15 and 13, how it was. More so 15, of course, because like I said, it was the first time I've ever been introduced to the driving element or actually walking into a shop versus just like going up to some random person and they're selling weapons. So, you know, I really did enjoy that.
There. Both beasts and demons making a nuisance of themselves.
Okay, well, at this point in time right now, I'm just going to be going from city to city to see if there's any hunts available for me. If not, then what I will be doing before heading to Altissia is I will be show everybody basically how to access that locked dungeon, which I told you was in Castlemark Tower, which is also where you're the only place that you're able to get Prompto's ultimate weapon. And I think that's about it that I can do. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do all the hunts and get that out of the way while I'm here, which like I said, of course, will require me to go to literally every single town, which is tedious in its own right. What I would suggest is when you highlight the town on your map, you zoom in just to see if they have a food vendor, because some of the towns don't have it, a food vendor, which will know that which like I said, will pretty much let you know that there's no what you call it there. Have I been there? Yeah, obviously I've been there. I have all the royal arms. Let's see here. I feel like yeah, I've been there. Didn't know what. What didn't you know? Been there. Been to Golden Quay, that's for sure. The Blue Market. The heck are you talking about? Oh, the markers of the map. Yeah. Like I said, the map is pretty awesome. Helps you to fast travel to different locations easily. So you don't have to worry about going to the parking, because a lot of people will use just the parking spot thing or whatever and stuff, you know, to fast travel to different locations and everything. But sometimes you really don't know, unless you've memorized the names and all that good stuff, you really don't know where you're going. You just know it's in this specific area, so you just fast travel there, and then come to find out it's not in the exact area that you need it to be. So it just makes for a very hard time and everything, you know, wasteful time really. But yeah, you just go to the map, highlight a spot, fast travel to it, or you can mark it by pushing square. And like I said, if you highlight over a town and zoom in, it'll let you know if there's like food, you know, what vendors or whatever and stuff are in that area. So yeah, always good.
Welcome.
Welcome.
What would you like? These are some pretty tough
there we go. There we go, people. Got ourselves some hunts, man.
This will be tough.
Love it. This is what I live for. Not really, but love hunts.
That's
though.
great. Good luck to you.
Uh-oh,
That's
gotta
great.
take down Rukia.
This will be tough. Have a look at the menu.
How was anything here new? All of this sucks. Jeez.
Take care out there.
Take care of that.
Man, that smells good.
Alright, let's go ahead and take care of this guy, because, you know, should be fun.
Easy now. It's time. Gladio, come on.
Gotcha.
I'm going on ahead.
Off the record, wouldn't you say the scariest thing is when you go number 2 and it doesn't? Off the record? Nothing right now that I could say will be off the record, considering I am actually recording right now. Nothing that I can say would be off the record, but yeah, I guess that would be a scary thing, depending on, I guess, the situation.
This one's no joke.
Your prayers. Tonto, thought you'd never ask.
Ignis! Don't be late.
You rang?
Like, say you really go and you go to a public restroom and it doesn't flush. I mean, yeah, I guess that would be scary in its own right and everything, in the sense of, like, you know somebody's coming in after you, and they're gonna know that you were the one that dropped that one and just left it there for the entire world to see. So I guess.
Imperial soldiers just want to say hi.
Put it in the books.
It's history now.
What's up, guys? Either the toilet is broke or it was too big. Yeah, that is a scary thought of knowing that you probably just dropped some monster in the toilet that wouldn't go down.
This'll be quick.
Nothing personal.
No quarter.
You're on fire today.
No big deal.
No big deal. Come here,
Let's go.
Chocobo. All right. I'll be right here.
Sleepy.
It is about that time.
Thanks for the ride.
We're in the money. We're in the money.
See ya. It ends now.
They won't know what hit them.
Mind you.
Gotcha.
Nothing personal.
How's that, Charles? You're on fire today.
What can I say?
Visibility's poor.
Clean glasses. Capital idea.
Watch yourself, Knocked.
I know.
Now's our chance.
No mercy.
No quarter.
One shot!
This one's just for you.
There we go. Oh, this way.
I want to just flop onto a hotel bed. Whew, cannonball for me. Camp's not gonna cut it tonight. Easy now.
Took care of 2 hunts on my way to take down 1 hunt. Alright, back, and I love how Knock does mid-air flips, like, so nice.
We'll meet again. Seems we found what we were looking for.
Get back!
Well, here we are.
Highness! Highness!
Of course. You couldn't dodge that?
Gotcha!
You have a place back in? I'm fine.
Hey, Ignis! Instructions!
Now's our chance.
Hey, Mr. Nice Guy!
Let's go, fellas.
Oh yeah!
Ready.
Here I am!
Oh yeah.
Going for it! Uh-huh!
Nothing personal.
You alright, bro? You okay? Got stomach ache?
Magnificent.
Ah, okay. That's what happens, man. You mess with the brothers.
We're alive! Let's celebrate by eating something dead! On your left! Thanks.
Wait. I have an idea. You strike from behind. From there, we'll follow.
All right.
Got it.
I can't even see this thing at all. But let's do it.
Hey, where'd you learn that one, Knock?
Get back!
Nope.
And on we go.
Yep.
I see something shiny over here. Like how everyone had their ability. Blade of Banana. Doctor's like, I get better at fishing, Ignis. I get better at cooking. Then Gladio is like, hey, I picked stuff up off the ground. Oh man, that is quite hilarious. It's survival. It's called survival skills, man.
Feet hurt.
Was.
What's your feet hurt riding the chocobo? Thought I could. I thought I could do it. Oh, you don't want to go in there? Alright. Let's see here. There you go. Almost there. Gotta go camping.
It's close.
I like to think of Gladio like Julius from Everybody Hates Chris. Not suspicious 10 gil worth of potion you're leaving behind. But I like to think of him as dad, really, in that sense. just no matter what you find, you can make use of it. Like Gladio prefers to sleep outside where it's free versus spending money to stay at a hotel. I think if you gave Dad that option, he would always sleep outside.
Thanks for the ride. We'll meet again.
Oh man.
I hate it. Ugh, I'm all sticky and gross.
Woohoo! About time!
Let's see. Anything new? I know I got some new things I learned. That looks delicious. I don't know what it is. It looks a little bit like Ratatouille. Okay. Oh, also, I meant to say this. Be careful when it comes to this right here, okay? Let me tell you something real quick. I got this, or I took this thinking, oh, I'm going to get an experience boost. This is going to be great. What they don't tell you, because it won't say it right here. All it says is it increases your experience earned by 10% and everything. And you're like, oh, cool. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and get that. It was pretty awesome. Nah. Well, I'll take that back. Not the experience boost. I'm sorry. Last Stand. Read very carefully. Well, because when I got this, I only looked at experience boost. That's the only thing I looked at. When that's what I'm saying. Read this entire thing carefully, because it doesn't automatically jump out at you. The first thing that I saw was experience boost level 1, and that's what I went. Last Stand significantly reduces your strength and magic, but I'm sorry, significantly increases your strength and magic, but it drastically reduces your maximum HP. If your characters are at, let's say, 4,000 or 5,000 HP, it will reduce it down to like 500. I mean, when they say it drastically reduces it, they mean it drastically reduces it. So please be careful when you do that, because if you think you're going to get the experience bonus and then go and take on some high-level creatures just so you can farm that experience, unless you're really good at fighting, really good at dodging, and have a bunch of healing, and everything, it made me so angry because I had no idea what was going on. So yeah, be careful with that. Just be careful with it. Let's see here. Flame proof. There is nothing more delicious looking than food cooked in tinfoil. I don't care what anybody says. There we go.
How's she doing this?
Hey, this one's pretty good.
I know. I dig it too.
Trouble you a moment, Noct?
Yeah?
I could use your help in the morning.
Me and mornings don't usually get along.
Might if you help me make breakfast.
Sure.
Most important meal.
Well then, tomorrow it is. The key is to let the pot simmer without ever letting it burn.
How do I do that?
A few stirs here and there should suffice.
Yeah, I told him no once and everything. I mean, that's with all of them, though.
When's the last time you cooked anything?
Too long ago to remember.
Back when you were a part-time cook.
Sounds right. But even back then, I was pretty much just winging it.
Hardly what I'd call cooking, I imagine.
Just what normal people would.
Well, let's see how things are stewing. Could use just a touch longer to thicken, if you don't mind stirring.
Not at all, if you don't mind telling me what this cooking class is all about.
Oh, I was only hoping to have a fireside chat. See what's got you stewing.
So you cooked up this little pretense. All these years. Never stopped worrying about me.
My royal duty, per His Majesty.
Your hobby.
Now then, time for the taste test. Looks done to a turn. Excellent work. Taste for yourself? Sweet are the fruits of one's own labor.
Not half bad.
You must be eager to learn more of the culinary arts.
Actually, I'm eager to leave the cooking to you.
My half-baked scheme, up in smoke. How did you fancy returning to the stove?
Can't complain. It's not so bad every once in a while. Just not first thing in the morning.
No. The world at dawn is full of wonders.
Yeah, can't wait to marvel at them all.
Dawn tomorrow?
I'll marvel at my own pace.
That dude is not a morning person.
You were a big help.
Yeah, I'm good like that.
Right.
What's up, guys? What you doing, Prompto? Prompto just staring off into the distance. Alright, map. Let's go and turn in a few of these, and then take care of the rest of these hunts, and that'll be the end of this gameplay.
Hey, wanna hit up the crow's nest?
If you wish to put on weight, certainly.
Yeah, I
If you
know.
wish to put on weight, certainly. Certainly. You probably look like him too.
Welcome. Hey, you're alive.
Why do you sound surprised? I'm me, and I'm awesome.
Welcome back. Hey, you're alive. Welcome back. Can I take your order?
Don't think he has any more.
Think you're
available
up
for
to
me.
the task?
So just have one last one
Be
left.
careful.
Do, do,
There's more
do,
dangerous
do,
things
do,
prowling
do,
about these
do.
days.
Quest. Daytime, sweet. Alright, and he is not too far away. We'll call my Chocobo. My Chocoboca.
Easy
Come here,
now.
buddy. Alright. Just ran into the
It's
wall,
time.
that's what you felt like doing?
Gladio, come on.
Gotcha.
Gladio, come on. Yeah.
Feels so sluggish.
Yeah. Knocked. Overhead.
Let me plan of attack. Plow right through him, and circle around.
Oh, nice. Hit me with 1,000 needles. Oh, I love it.
Want some? Poisoned or something? The Prince of Pain.
That Gladio gets salty when the group decide on hotel rather than camping. Oh, yeah.
this!
All we've got.
That's that.
No mercy.
Watch out!
Look out. No quarter.
That's messed up.
Gotcha! Hey, Ignis, instructions!
Everything we have.
Nothing does, move.
Showtime.
I know, that was just jacked up.
Take this! So long! Can't stop now! Nothing does, move. Ignis, all business.
Oh, come on.
Never miss.
Start killing.
Got him.
Impressive.
That took everything we had.
You should be proud you gave it your all.
I've got nothing left.
There we go. Love that. You just defeated your wife's final form.
I can eat a horse.
Oh man.
Welcome.
That is her final form.
Hey, you're alive. Nice work.
No, her final form is the giant
Want
one
something to eat?
Saz fought in 13. I know, right? That one was ridiculous.
Thanks for your business.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, with that, I will be bringing the stream to an end. As always, thank you so much for tuning in and helping out. And if you are new, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Also, try to tune in later on today. I will be streaming with the guest star, Double D from Double D. That thing did 100,000 views. I know, right? It was crazy. But yeah, tune in later on. Not too sure exactly what time it'll be. Sometime either late afternoon or early evening. I will be streaming with Double D, so tune in for that and have some fun. In the meantime, between time, I hope you guys enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed playing, and I will see you all later on. Have a fantastic day, and take care of yourselves.